Alright, let's service the shock. So the first thing I would do all the time is to clean it up a bit using isopropanol. Then I take out the air can, but as you can see it's kind of stuck down because of negative pressure. I open up the neck mech to allow me to release the pressure in there so I can clean up the air can from the assembly. As you can see, I'm using a wooden chopstick in order to pick out something because it's really helps to prevent from scratching the internal part. Then I remove the volume spacer, and there's some top out bumper whatsoever. We can't really take it out now, so we just ignore it for this one. And then I remove the bush. Be careful with the knife. Then you're gonna need a special tool to push out the bush from the assembly. I need to remove it in order to re-grease the assembly. The assembly was pretty tight, so that's why I decided not to change them but just to re-grease them instead. Later on, I tried to remove the assembly for the rebound knob, which has a click noise, but it doesn't have the click noise anymore, so I take it out and try to clean it up and re-lube it. Man, I found there's so much dirt in there, and that's really bad. There is a metal ball and spring assembly in there, which pressed against the rebound knob, and it's looking in pretty bad shape. Maybe next time I'm gonna change it. I'm glad that I take it out. And this thing, what is that? It's not even Fox fluid. It's Fox fluid like this. It's blue, man. Then I clean the air can and trying to remove all the seals. I would say the hardest part of the service is to remove the PTFE ring, the white ring of the seal assembly, because it kind of needs some kind of technique to manipulate the shape of the ring and take it in and out, you know. So you got to be careful with that. I take a look at all the rings and seals whatsoever, and it still look pretty nice, very flexible, and I just think that it still be, you know, okay to use them. So I decide to keep them, and I will change them next time I have the shock service. And I put a little bit of Fox fluid. After I'm done with the air can assembly, so then I move on to the main piston. Then I remove all the seals and give it a clean up with isopropanol, and then I lube it up with the Fox fluid. Then you put a little bit of Fox fluid in the negative chamber, and then you put about 3 cc in the main chamber. If I'm not wrong, Fox recommend to slow down the rebound, so it's help when you put the air can back into the main assembly. After that, I just give it a lot of lubrication oil to all the bushing, and then I put all the bush back to the position. Because I always service my bike all the time, so oil is fine, but I think Fox recommend you to use the slick butter or honey butter, whatever it is. So basically grease. Then I use the step wrench to tighten it, but actually you can just use your hand. And then I put air back in about 220 psi, but that's not the end of it, because there's no air in the negative chamber yet, so you have to put it back on the bike, and then you can cycle the shock to equalize the pressure in the negative and the positive chamber. As you can see, the wooden chopstick is really helpful in this process. You can use the chopstick to help you to guide the bolt and the bush, and then make sure that you tighten on the bolt to the recommended torque. Actually, I did that, but I didn't take a video. Alright, that's it with suspension service. My first time with Fox Float X. This one is from 2016, 4 years ago, and it went pretty well. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on the trail.